Like, oh, okay.
I'm a real One Piece fan.
He's like, and I got
Not as crazy as them. They be doing theories. They be going back and reading chapters from 10 years ago. I'm doing all that.
Can I tell you?
I'm gonna let them do it. I'm gonna listen.
Yeah. Can I tell you? I have never watched
a
single episode of
doing.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know.
I've never watched a single episode of One Piece.
I got into it and then I couldn't stop.
I watched like
that's how they get you.
No, it is.
I started bleeding.
I was like, yo, I knew when he told me that there was like, how many chapters it was. I was like, okay, I already know. I don't have the stamina for this.
Oh,
not getting involved.
Says a man who spends hours watching Star Trek: The Next Generation episodes. First of all, literally days. First of all, I just started watching the TNG episodes because I was never a big TNG guy. I was the original series, Deep Space Nine. But this makes it worse. That makes it worse. Your man's is committed to the Star Trek universe. That means he's devouring all the content.
Yes.
But doesn't have the stamina.
Voyager down. But these are different. These are all different iterations of Star Trek. These are all different. It's not the same.
But wait.
But first of all, I don't understand how y'all. First of all, y'all not going to sit here and snipe the Star Trek. Star Trek is great because Star Trek holds the ultimate hope for humanity. That we will make it out of our barbarous ways. That we will figure it out how to live with each other and amongst each other without hate and anger and fear, and we will learn to live with one another. We will learn that we don't need money, and that we can better ourselves through science and understanding and research and pursuing whatever it is that interests us. So Star Trek that's the belief for Star Trek and humanity, that then we go to the stars to explore further.
I feel you.
That's what Star Trek is.
But I feel you because the belief of Hammerman is whenever there's a time, some crooks are gonna do time. Hammer man.
Wait, the fact that hold up. Because I got two things.
Fucking try to equate because I Star Trek with the fucking atrocity that was Hammerman.
I feel like I'm currently outnumbered. So just so we're clear, it is not fire. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I am currently in the murder house, surrounded by two brothers who are both talking crazy. First off, your man's has come in hot and said that I'm trying to snipe him on Star Trek. Like I have not sat and talked to him for hours about Star Trek because I like Star Trek because that's my second favorite space show. Like I was big on the first Battlestar space opera. I was a big fan of Battlestar Galactica. That only had like 1-2 seasons. And so I had
original Battlestar?
Yeah, the original.
The original?
But then your man's
with the teddy bear robot?
Yes. Your man's Mandela, who's behind the camera, shout out to Mandela, he comes in and he starts singing the Hammerman. Guys, if you have an opportunity, just look it up on YouTube. The fact that your boy, and it's because he's slightly younger than us, had the Mandela effect of believing that this cartoon was fire, and then rewatched it to realize it was trash. This cartoon was complete and utter garbage from jump, but it did have a catchy ass kid jingle of Hammerman, and the fact that he explained to me what makes Star Trek great. Yes, I know that's why it's great. I'm on your side. That's not the argument we're having.
For the MC Hammer show. It's
Hammerman.
Yak balls.
Hammerman.
It's suck fucking yak balls.
Listen, shout out to MC Hammer and losing all of your money.
Hammer got that bread, bro.
He got it back. Shout out to getting it back, but also shout out to somehow
he didn't get it back like he had.
Oh no. Wait.
I didn't say that. Will Smith.
He get money.
He get money, but he.
Oh yeah. No. But
Hammer was like. If you in the 90s, in the early 90s, Hammer was worth like 30 million, 30, 40
adjusted
million.
for inflation. Oh, your boy from 88
everywhere, dog.
From like 88 to 92.
He was the first hip hop pop. He was the first hip hop Pepsi can.
Yeah. Like
he had endorsements. Everybody wanted to be in the MC Hammer business. He smiled. He danced.
Put it this way:
he rapped friendly.
He beat your ass.
They didn't know that.
He beat your ass.
They didn't know that.
Oh, listen. MC Hammer.
Nah. Redman said he had the 357 holes if you got bitches with you. You got the 357, Old Town 357.
Yeah, yes.
So if you got chicks with you, he gonna beat your ass, and the Old Town 357 chicks gonna beat any women in your fucking entourage. They get their ass beat by Old Town 357.
And those are some hood bitches. You ever look back on them
bases, yo?
You ever look back on them Old Town 357?
They was dancing with bustiers and biker shorts on.
But they had a look in their eye that said they had seen some shit.
You knew that. Come on, man. First of all, everybody know the town. You know the town with no fucking ain't no sucker shit going on.
Yeah. They had a look in their eye that said, "Come at them incorrect," and you was going to learn something that night, and it wasn't going to be sexy.
Yeah.
But listen, MC Hammer was huge.
They was giving everybody cartoons. If you was popular and
I couldn't play had a cartoon.
Play had a cartoon.
But they got their cartoon.
3000 got a cartoon.
He did.
Yeah, that was way later.
It was way later.
Yeah,
it was way later.
And it was good.
He was a teacher. Now, see, you thought the MC Hammer joint was good. Let me tell you something.
No.
Let me tell you something about Andre 3000. Put that goddamn flute down.
What?
Put that goddamn flute down.
Listen.
Put that. Yo, there's video of this motherfucker at an Atlanta Jazz Festival. Just taking somebody's spot.
Just flew away.
Should be in it. It just flew away. He has said he ain't never take no flute lessons.
Oh no.
He just play what he feel.
Yeah.
And they got this motherfucker at a jazz festival. I'm like, yo, why are you subjecting people to that?
Wait.
And I love Andre 3000 as an artist, as a rapper, as an MC. He is, par excellence. This flute shit is fucking up. It's enough already. I tried to listen to that flute album, and the titles is ridiculous.
And it's crazy.
I was going to CVS. So the title of the first track would be like, I went to CVS to pick up a prescription, but the line was mad long, and then they was going on break. That'd be the fucking name of the fucking song. And he's like, how do these sounds that you are screeching out of this flute, how do they correspond to the top?
And
I'm sorry, bro.
And the thing that makes you angry and why you keep that vigil, because this might arguably be the greatest rapper of all time. Like a dude who 100%, who just spit verses that were both poppy, deep, intellectual, made you, legit made you.
Yo, he somehow was able to tie all of these threads up into,
but then make
a logical comprehension.
Yeah, and he still has it in him. He's trolling you, even when he sits and does the interview that makes sense. Because it does make sense. It's like, yo, I'm not in the streets. I'm like, yo, I'm this age. What am I talking about? Prostate exams? Yes, because you wanted
because I know you didn't get prostate exams. Wait, niggas gonna get prostate exams if you bust a rhyme about prostate exams. And then Andre 3000.
He put that in my booty.
Wait,
that's not how that works.
It felt gooey.
Wait, but you want to know something? You're going to live a little longer because you're going to catch the cancer faster. Wait, it'll happen.
That's how, hey, look, there's no
pause in there. He'll throw a pause in there.
There's no escaping it as long as the doctor says pause before he puts his...
He put his finger in my booty.
As long as the doctor says, yo, pause.
Reminded me that I am not a god.
Pause.
But he caught my cancer.
Doctor put the fucking glove on and put the fucking loop. Pause. I appreciate it, Doc.
Do me a favor. Don't tense up. Pause. Whack. You're good to go.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's all you can do. Is just hold your ankles and pretend like you're somewhere else. I'm gonna assume I'm the only person here who's had a prostate.
They don't do it like that anymore.
Am I the only person here who's had a prostate exam?
I do the poop and the poop.
Yeah, which is great now. So
nobody want to hear about your poop sample.
So
we are literally talking about prostate exams, bro. First of all, you're not there yet.
Be lucky. So I got mine before I was there yet, because I actually had a prostate infection. So, but I didn't know that. Doc's
None of this is planned.
Yeah,
This is just the ebb and flow of a conversation that's gonna go some places that you're not gonna expect.
No.
This is why you gotta watch the entirety of this conversation. That's just how this goes. So you'll get used to it, and you'll tell your friends, and then they'll come and they'll get used to it. And then what we'll do is we'll end up at 50, and then we'll go live because we still gotta get to 50. If y'all can help this dude, let me tell you something. This dude right here has 20,000 followers on Instagram,
and it is phenomenal. Please go follow him. And
27?
Well, not 27, 20, almost 21.
21,000 followers, getting tons of
great
views.
content, music,
Hilarious
music content, the cartoon voiceovers, the Sunday
commentary,
funnies, Thursday funnies. You do Sunday and Thursday, right?
Yeah, sometimes I do.
Sometimes you drop a Tuesday.
Or it just depends on how I feel. Like I put out MC Hammer yesterday because I couldn't help myself.
which
now I'm gonna do Super Pros.
Pro Stars. Which great cartoon.
Pro Stars.
That actually is better than MC Hammer. I watched it. I was like, this ain't that bad.
You know what you gotta do? You know what you gotta do? You gotta do Mr. T. You gotta do Mr. T cartoon. Yes, Mr. T. Mr. T had a cartoon where he was a gymnastics coach.
Yes, but wait,
and they solved mysteries.
First of all, one of the greatest things about old cartoons was like they put you in the wildest generic things, but you also had to solve
sense.
Understand something. The only cartoon that ever made sense was in fact Scooby-Doo. That was it.
Scooby-Doo is a template.
Wait, because
Scooby-Doo was stupid.
Scooby-Doo was the template.
But it made sense because of this. Because they were just driving around. People reached out to them. They were the mystery gang. Yeah. People pulled them in. This wasn't like
they were before the Ghostbusters. They were the Ghostbusters.
Yeah. But Mr. T, it was like, you a gym teacher. What's going on in your town? You gotta stop solving. And he was in a small town. He wasn't even in the big city.
No. There was a gymnastics gym, and then they didn't have a van, they had a bus.
Yes.
So they had a team bus.
Yes.
Right? And so they had the team bus, and then they did their shit on the team bus. But they would go, and then some shit would always happen. And now Mr. T never did any gymnastics.
No,
the kids did the gymnastics.
And wait, can we just take a minute?
But that was like, yo, like you knew that execs was busting lines like crazy.
Giving everybody cards. You can't get no cards.
No, but they was busting lines and smoking the finest weed and coming up with like and the one answer, the one example that I always give, and the king was involved in the creation of this program. Turbo Team. Turbo Team.
That was the wild Coke Bender cartoon.
It was an insane Coke Bender.
Wild Coke Bender.
Insane all-night Coke Bender, yo. Turbo Team, basically the premise of Turbo Team is that a teenage kid has a fucking sports car, Firebird.
Was it a Firebird or it was a Firebird?
Well, it didn't have the Firebird on the front,
but it was basically Night Fighter except red.
Pontiac,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's detailing his vehicle in the middle of a thunderstorm when lightning strikes the vehicle while he's detailing it with the fucking turtle wax or whatever it is. The lightning, the chemicals, the car, and the kid somehow bond, and now he becomes a kid who can turn into his car,
a full size sedan.
I guarantee. If you just did, I think there's a video on like YouTube of like the transformation of
It's
of this
actually
kid.
kind of frightening.
It really is, yo. It's like American Werewolf in London, but with a car.
What's crazy?
And it's like, yo,
did you like that
video
cartoon?
like somebody like screaming. I always watched it like, what is happening?
I watched
Is that
it.
a 70s cartoon?
No, that's an 80s. I watched this cartoon religiously. I loved.
I always
14.
watched it like, yo,
And
this doesn't make any sense.
Wouldn't it be cool? Doesn't this? And all of it. I ate.
You
I don't
wanted
know.
to be able to turn.
I ate all. I don't know if it was all the Frosted Flakes, but I ate. I don't know what or the Raisin Nut brand. I don't know.
Let me tell you something about Frosted Flakes. Fuck you, Frosted Flakes.
There are only 2 cereals I ate.
Frosted Flakes.
3.
You gotta eat that shit fast.
Yes.
You want to talk about? You gotta scarf Frosted Flakes,
or they become
down.
wild. No, you actually don't.
You just actually do.
No, you don't. You just have to figure
really
out the milk to flake ratio. You always do way more flake than milk, and then you just keep slowly adding the milk. It's like when you're.
I'm not trying to do all of that, man. I just want to eat the fucking cereal, dog.
No, man, I sit there with the flakes. I sit there with the little milk. I sit there with the bowl, and I sit there in front
That's
of the TV.
why people brave Captain Crunch. That's why people. That's why people brave Captain Crunch.
That shit will
because it would never. It tear the roof of your mouth.
Never got soggy.
It never gets soggy.
Never got soggy enough.
It never gets soggy.
Not shred the roof of your mouth.
Captain Crunch be sitting in that motherfucking milk like this.
No, yes, bulked up. Come on, bring it. Do it. Fucking do it.
That's how Captain Crunch be in fucking mold, dog. Captain Crunch be in the bowl, thugging and bugging. That shit be going hard, yo. Let me tell you something. Another fucking cereal.
Hold on.
A snack.
Hold on. I just want to say
snack I used to love.
One quick timeout. Guys,
don't do
this episode has been brought to you by Fear Coke and Fear Fenty. So that is what happened right there. The fear time for the white. The Fear Coke is kicked in. Time for the white. Yo, much like Turbo Teen, this is brought to you apparently by copious amounts of Fear Coke.
The Scarecrow broke out of jail to bet on the Knicks. That's crazy.
No, he didn't.
He started his own
damn bet on the G League. He
really did.
Your man really was gambling on low rent.
He really was
this
like,
wasn't the USA.
Ain't even nobody gonna notice
that I'm betting on Gotham City
nobody gonna notice because I already know how much the fucking chemicals cost to make the fear drug, and it's not that expensive. I ain't gotta rob banks.
No,
I ain't gotta rob banks. But also, what if I created a whole betting apparatus online? So like online that you could bet on anything and everything in sports.
Yeah.
It'd be like and then like fans could duel against each other.
But I've got the games rigged because of that.
Because
because the Fear Fenty.
I gotta get my bread.
There it is. I'm gonna slip that in the letter. And what's wild about this
he really
is that he broke out literally to bet on high school football.
He really broke out of jail because he was like, yeah,
he wasn't just doing high school games. He was
he doing but it's like low rent.
The shit is that he broke. The shit is that the shit is that. But I want the episode. I want an episode where Scarecrow. What's his name?
Some Crane.
Yeah.
Crane.
Right. Yeah. Fraser Crane, right? So like Martin Crane, I think. Nope, that's Fraser's dad.
The fact that you know all the names of the characters on Frasier is wild.
Frasier used to be my shit. Let me tell you something. Frasier used to be my shit, right? But let me explain something to you. Every fucking body that you used to watch in the 90s done fucking came around in the 2000s and said, yo, I'm about to fuck up your whole love of what I used to do.
Yeah.
Kelsey Grammer's the mad right-wing Republican nut. Jerry Seinfeld was terrible.
Jonathan Crane,
and he's
by the way.
Worse now. Jonathan Crane is the Scarecrow. His Fraser's cousin. Right? So Jerry Seinfeld lamented that he misses a dominant masculinity, and then the names he gave. He said I miss that dominant masculinity. You know, JFK, Muhammad Ali, Sean Connery, Howard Cosell. I'm like, Howard Cosell?
Who the fuck is Howard Cosell?
Wait, that's
Howard Cosell?
First off, that's appalling.
Why would you know who Howard Cosell is?
Because Howard Cosell, you could sit and see it from the personality, even though this was the most dweebish dude.
That's like saying that Bob Costas is like
dominant masculine personality. Bob Costas, who is 106 years old and definitely looks like
he's in the clock of sports.
Literally. What was a clip you sent? There was a clip. It was a baseball clip, I believe. But out of nowhere, Bob Costas shows up in this. Now, mind you, this is from the late 90s. Bob Costas has been broadcasting sports for years at this point.
Since he was 11.
And your man's... Hold on, that's something we got to come back to. But your man's looked a solid 14 and a half. And he is talking about... Your man's is talking about, like, the fucking abolition of the Negro League. He's like, I was there when the Negro League got... when they allowed Negroes to play in the league. And you're like, you what? What happened now? Your man's
Bob Costas, he's been there. He's seen it all.
Has not aged, period, in his life. But the crazy thing about this,
and he also interviewed Pootie Tang.
Yep, he did. Oh, can we just talk about how there once upon a time was an era when you could just be, you could show up to a place and be like, yo, I'll just do this job. Let me do it.
And then I'll never stop doing it. I will change.
Because your boy got his job at 16 or 17. He went down and just was like, I heard you guys needed a broadcaster. Can I call this game?
You call the old Jim Shooter.
Yeah. Can I just Call the old Jim Shooter. Can I just call this game? And they were like, how much you want? Whatever you'll pay me, it's fine by me. At 6, and motherfuckers didn't check no work papers.
They didn't have to check no work papers.
Didn't check nothing. It was like, you got it, kid. And he's calling ABA games, and he's now he just bought a costume.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Some kid. Yeah. Like Jim Shooter just showing up at the Marvel offices and hanging out until...
Was he like 13?
Yeah, he was 13 and just hung out there until somebody told him to do something. So he kept doing that. So everybody assumed he worked there. And then they told him to write something. So he wrote something and gave it to him because they assumed he worked there.
And boom, next thing you know, editor-in-chief.
Your man was like, yo, can I get paid? And they're like,
paid? Money?
Wait, you're not getting money for you? He's like,
best day for you?
No,
Christmas meat.
Jim Shooter showed up at like 14 or 15.
I think he was 13.
Oh, that's why.
I think he was.
But they thought he worked there because he was just hanging out. He just showed up.
But yeah, that's how that works.
Once upon a time, you could get a real job doing. And granted, at the time, these were not big time broadcasting things. This was not Marvel the way we know it now. But like, if you were passionate about something, you could just go get that job.
Yeah.
You could just show up somewhere and be like, bruh, heard y'all needed somebody to call the game. And they were like, you're in, kid. Like,
yeah, especially if you were a good-natured little white boy.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
But like your Puerto Rican ass show up like, you need somebody to call baseball? No, we need somebody to clean baseball.
Wait, get the fuck up. They'd be like, how are you at shortstop?
Here's a uniform.
Here's a uniform.
Shag some ball.
Here's a uniform, kid. Yell and left. Okay. But guys, check out Turbo Team. It's
they tell you like fucking
wow.
Because the names of players back then were insane.
Oh yeah,
they're like yeah. Turns out Tippy Conway's got the flu.
Wait, and then it'll be Ginny Hogbelly Mahoney, and you're like, old Hogbelly, and then it's all. The craziest thing is you will see memes that come, and they are ridiculous.
I tell you what, you go see Skipper Hogtie.
Yeah. And it'll be the most ridiculous sentence you've ever read in your life. And then you'll go through the history books. You'll go through the sports almanac, and that will be his name.
You'll see those names.
and he pitched 200 straight innings. And you're like, first off, was this one game? Was this a week? What happened? Also, who named this motherfucker Pink Dresser Floyd? Like,
but no one Negro League players even had cooler nicknames. Cool Papa Bell.
Yeah. Wait, first off, a motherfucker's name was Satchel.
Satchel Paige.
First off, that's a sweet ass name.
It really is. Yeah.
That's a sweet ass name.
It really is.
I have always,
it really is.
For a while, I loved Satchel Paige. Knew nothing, like did not know a single stat.
Just heard the name.
And I was like, that's my favorite.
I know that motherfucker.
He could have been nice with it. He could have been complete and utter garbage. He was never going to be garbage in my mind because he had this. I was like
striking motherfuckers out in the majors at 50.
No, wait, yeah. First off,
with the fucking,
I just want you to know,
sitting in the rocking chair in the bullpen.
First off, the game was completely different. You could not do that now. Guys are bigger, faster, stronger. There's just no way. As big and as strong as those guys were, they were strong like that life strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they could just pick up
like that you fucking, you leave your fucking family at 11 and a half to seek your fortune. And you go and you build a fucking house.
Carrying logs.
And you're like, you know.
From a tree you cut down.
Yeah. Like these fucking barrel-chested individuals. They all built like fucking Tyson Fury.
Right?
Yeah. Just the block. The torso is just a block.
And the
torso is just this crazy block rectangle thing. And then the legs are like fucking sticks.
Yeah. And and even those they could still squat some shit. You're like, what are you doing with that? Those are tripod legs. But even with that, like they were not sports built like strong. So no, they couldn't do that now. But it's crazy that back then, even at the end of the day, 50 is 50. I don't fuck what you say. 55 is 55. You ain't striking nobody out. This motherfucker though was still in the majors, just tossing smoke, tossing that heat, tossing that fire, and being angry like Bob Gibson. Like Bob Gibson just being like 90 years old and holding a grudge. Because
yo, that story is
one of the greatest stories ever.
Then one of his final pitches as a pro, Bob Gibson, I forget the other guy's name, but the guy takes him yard, right? Hits a home run on him.
Yeah.
This is one of his final pitches, one of the greatest pitchers
of all time
in baseball history, all time, right? The legendary Bob Gibson.
Notorious curmudgeon. At least when he came to game day, on the field, on the mound, notorious curmudgeon, but also apparently nice guy outside.
Just, you know, the bestest dude, right? Guy takes him yard. Guy's not a slouch, but, you know, the guy takes him yard, and he just stares at him. Years later, grumpy old men style, these two, Bob Gibson and this dude who took him yard.
Who has let this go? This dude is now...
They're both old dudes. They're like, it's an old-timers game.
Yes, they come back for an old-timers game.
Dude steps into the batter's box, and Bob Gibson beamed his ass.
Drills him.
And fucking beamed him.
Hey, yo.
Because he took me yard, and no one does that.
20 years ago.
Your man's held this grudge. It was like one day.
He's like, I know we're going to do the old-timers game, and I'm going to get him.
I'm going to get him. I'm going to make a mental note. And one day, during an old-timers game, I'm going to catch him when he least expects it.
One thing they love in baseball is an old-timers game. I'm going to get his ass.
Which is also, the craziest thing is, some of these old-timers games, they trot some old motherfuckers out there. I'm like,
they absolutely do.
Why are we
old-ass, bow-legged motherfuckers come?
Which also, was it mandatory when you played baseball like before 1960 that you were bow-legged?
Was it bow-legged, yo?
Like, was that like a bow-legged requirement?
Bow-legged makes you faster.
Like, I don't think it does, but I felt like that may have been something that they thought.
How many bow-legged people you've known in your life?
Like 3.
Well, they was all fast as fuck.
They wasn't.
Nah,
they was weird. I didn't trust them.
They was shady?
Listen, one of them was a short bow-legged dude, stocky. I mean, he had some he had some quick bursts, but like I had the good stretch. Like if I took him,
he had hezzy.
yeah, like on a court, he was nice, but that quick burst, that Muggsy Bogues burst, but he wasn't gonna like if it was just running straight.
Muggsy was a little bow-legged, right?
He was.
Muggsy was a little bow-legged.
Muggsy was a little bow-legged.
If he wasn't bow-legged, he'd been 5'5".
He'd have been a solid 5'6".
But I mean, he just really
and probably trash.
Another, he might not have been as good.
No,
he might not have been as good.
no.
This is true. But then Spud Webb was 5'7". Spud Webb is nice.
How we get to Spud Webb?
He was.
Come on now, don't act like you don't know.
He was nice, and I feel like maybe he would because he just had that.
And he won the
short
slam dunk contest.
Listen,
Don't name me Spud.
Well, the what?
Don't name me Spud.
Who names you Spud?
I'm just saying.
Don't.
If I was Spud Webb, I'd be like, don't name me Spud.
It was a different.
That was his
time.
family. Family nicknamed him Spud.
First off, it was also shout out to life before.
That's how families did, man.
But that's how people did. Like it was perfectly all right to have an Indian guy and just name that motherfucker Haji. Like he might be like, yo, my name is Hajish or something, and you
Johnny Quest.
You blew that shit right up. Yo, Haji, come here. And you didn't even mean that in a race. You just meant that nickname was just Haji now. Black people did it. White people did it. I worked with a motherfucker who was Indian, and he looked at me, didn't even give me his real name. He just was like, just call me Haji.
He was just absolutely defeated.
I mean, he was utterly defeated.
And you called him that too.
I 100% did.
Utterly defeated. He just added to the defeat.
Wait, because your man's
terrible human being.
Right, but your man's your man. Wait,
just had to find old tweets.
Just so we're clear,
you never had to find old tweets. You didn't know horse's mouth.
Wait, you never gonna find the old tweets because I'm an old ass man who don't put no shit on Twitter. Wait, who knows? Who stops for a minute before I'm like, that's not. Let's hit delete on that. Yeah. That's gonna age poorly. Comedy changes, which back to something we had digressed from. What's the deal with a lot of these old comedians who are wild angry about what?
I have no idea. I feel like I couldn't even tell you. I don't know.
You're so scared of being censored that.
But like, first of all, Jerry Seinfeld to be complaining about woke comedy, quote unquote, and to be saying that these kids nowadays, I'm like, what the fuck were like? Hold on. First of all, I gotta do it in Jerry's voice. What were you ever talking about?
Wait. Which is
like, what were you ever talking about that was controversial?
That's
nothing.
That's the funny thing about this. Like, if you, and not that they're not friends, and not that he hasn't had his commentary himself, but if you're Chris Rock, I can get you being like, yo, I'm worried about this because I won't be able to say or do some of the things I've said or done that help change the world or help change comedy. But to your point, Jerry Seinfeld, his whole shtick was that he was milquetoast and vanilla. Like his whole shtick was and toilet seats. What's the deal with that? Like it wasn't like he never dropped the what like your man's has never been on stage and been like, yo, but titties, am I right? Like, even though he's got the wild pedo background, he's never once been like, God, if only a bitch would sit on my face. Like, he's never done that. Never. So, like, what are you scared for? Like, what are you scared for?
First of all, we gotta talk. This thing, he was bold as shit. He was bold as shit back in the day.
Wait,
this motherfucker was 38 years old, pulling up the old girl's school in the Benz.
Yo, you like cars?
Like, yo, pulling up the scooper up. And let me tell you something. Her parents knew. Her parents were in the know. They were in the loop. But like, yo, your man was was literally driving to pick up his girlfriend
from high school.
And it was like, yo,
not college.
Yo, get out of a chemistry exam.
Yeah.
Because her rich TV boyfriend. Like, this shit is so wild. But through all of that, like, people was just like, it's whatever. Right?
Because
there were for a long time for like people kind of like just kind of brushed it like, yeah, ooh, that's weird, but they kept watching the show, and nobody ever really. It was a thing that was like a blurb here in the Society page, a blurb here on page 6 in the New York Post, or like People magazine. But they wasn't like, ew, look at Jerry Seinfeld. What the fuck is he doing? They were like, Jerry Seinfeld picks up his girlfriend.
This isn't to apologize for anybody back then.
Treated it like it was just like regular. This
isn't to apologize for people back then, but that was when we had just started being able to sort of say things, and it was sort of like, what if I just sort of say it, like, hey, Jerry's 38, picking up whatever name was 17. It's like
Shauna Lowenstein.
Yeah, like you kind of like just sort of threw out all the facts and were like, you're gonna pick that up and run, like, because if enough of us pick it up, will
somebody with the old
yeah.
What you think?
So so Jerry's, Jerry's everyone knows Jerry. He's 38. He's 38.
Like,
pick it up. His girlfriend's nice. She's nice for a 17-year-old.
But my shit is this. Like,
there were people though who were sort of like, who constantly were like, his girlfriend's only 18 now. And he's 40.
Like, yo, I'm like, I would feel weird dating a woman who's 30.
Wait. So just now we like into relationship portion.
Like I'm 54 years old.
Mm-hmm.
A 24-year age difference. That's a whole nother adult between y'all. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, I dated, 15 years younger.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, she finna be 40.
And
right? So it's in my mind, in my mind, I have to, realize the fact that, no, we're both adults capable of consent and understanding and making decisions on our own, right? So that's that. To be 38 years old and, he pulled up on her. He saw her in the park.
Yeah, wait,
first of all, that's the confidence. I posted, I was going to post it on Instagram, but, Jerry Seinfeld, I said on Facebook, Jerry Seinfeld, Facebook, because again, I'm 54. Jerry Seinfeld says he
Facebook no longer
returns to dominant masculinity just in time for the end of the school year. Right? So, but I'm like, what kind of hubris does a man have that he can pull up? Now you 38, you damn near 40, and you gonna stroll up to a teenager in the park. She's probably fucking eating Mr. Softy ice cream.
Yeah,
and then you won't just pull up on her and be like, "Yo, what's up? How you doing?" Jerry Seinfeld. You probably see me on TV. But I'm like, yo, like.
So here's my thing, and I look at it like this. So large age gaps tend to dissipate the older you get, and a large portion of that then becomes, if you enter a relationship with somebody who's got a significant age difference than you, that becomes on both of your parts. Like,
Russell Simmons' daughter was just dating a dude who was damn near 70. She's 21.
That's and to that I say that's bullshit on both parts. And the reason I say it dissipates is because So if you're 40 and you're dating somebody who's 60, only thing you have to question is, am I comfortable going
Cher's
to
boyfriend? Cher's like 80.
Yeah, and
how is Cher? Like in her 70s?
She's like 147.
Her boyfriend is like 25, 30.
And again, you're doing something. So I guess
granted, he is an adult.
Yeah, no.
He is an adult.
No, but see,
it's just weird. It's not, the weirdness is now on him. Now the weirdness isn't on Cher. The weirdness is on him. Like, nigga, you are dating a grandma. Yeah, like that's what. But granted, she got the bread to
yes,
continually kind of update.
Yeah,
so she don't look. So she ain't gonna look like
47.
She ain't gonna look like 70s comic book Aunt May.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
But you dating a grandma.
But see,
Madonna's boyfriend.
But
those are adults, right?
Yes, and those are.
But the weirdness is on dudes, and like, nigga, you are dating a grandma.
No, it's on both parts. But see, at a certain point, so I guess the point I'm trying to make is, you hit a certain age where. My question always comes back to this, right? Like, age differences don't mean a lot when you hit certain ages, because for the most part, no, because all right, for the most part,
no. I'm not making that face because of the point that you're about. Because I'm just I'm looking at the clouds.
Oh, look,
I'm always fascinated by clouds. Clouds are amazing.
At 40, I'm thinking about the same things you're thinking about at 60. Like, I'm thinking about a house, or I'm thinking about mortgage, or I'm thinking about how we go mow the lawn, or this. The only questions you have if you're a 40-year-old, be it a woman or a man, dating somebody who's 20 years older than you, is, oh my God, like, you'll die before me, or, oh my God, I'm going to have to go to work, and this person's going to be at home retiring. That's, oh my God. But if I'm 40 and talking to a 20-year-old, or let's say 21, so this person is legal. She's a full-blown adult.
I know, she's an adult, capable of making
y'all are not, like,
yeah.
If I'm 40 and dating that person, there's 19 years between us, we're not living the same life.
I'm 50.
What are we talking about? What am I calling her up and talking to her about?
Like, honestly, let's
She's trying to drink every night, and she's trying to drink every night. That don't mean I'm not trying to drink at 40 every night, but I'm trying to
I'm not trying to drink.
I'm
not trying to drink at this age every night.
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying, you can
every night. But those days are gone, and I had to reconcile that. I had to reconcile with it.
You're not in the streets.
I'm not in them streets like that. I'm not throwing back 40 ounces and like, yo, let's go to the store. Let's get a couple more.
And that's my thing. Like, you may have a beer every night. You may have a brown liquor every night. You may have something every night.
But it's a slow sip. It's a nightcap. I might read a book. I put my little nightgown on with my little cap with the tip over and the nightgown, and then I put the lantern, and then because I'm old, right? The gown, and with what? Yo, tell me that's not a look, though.
Your man's is.
I'm gonna find me an old timey fucking.
Your man's
pajama set like your man. I'm gonna find me an old timey man nightgown set with the fucking cap. See, with the wizard cap that you put on,
and try to clean it up,
and then it falls over.
Just did was a low key subtweet jab at your ace homie me, because I'm not scared to put on pajamas. I'm not scared to go to bed every night in a pajama set. I'm not scared every night in the wintertime to put on the one piece with the flap on the ass. I'm not scared. I'm not scared to wear pajamas and slippers every night. And if I found one that I liked, to put on the night robe. I'm not scared of those things because I'm a great ass fucking man.
First of all,
he just tried to see if I can find subtweet.
I don't need my glasses.
He spent 3 hours one day asking me if I was Michael Landon. He spent 3 hours telling me, "Oh, when did you become Heathcliff Huxtable?" No, I became an adult. What I became was dignified and respectable. So yes, I can have a beer every night, or two every night, or a whiskey, or a bourbon, or something every night. What I can't do is go to the club every night and back shots all day any day. I'm not trying to be in the streets until 2 a.m. on a fucking Tuesday, drinking and then going to work on a Monday. This bitch just got her first job. What do I have in common with a 21-year-old? Absolutely nothing. And that brings me back to Jerry Seinfeld at 38. What do you possibly have in common? It's all good to just sit and be like, yo, that 17-year-old, just as a statement of fact, is pretty or hot or man. If you're with your bros, to say some crazy bro shit and be like, yo, I beat that up. Yo, daddy still got it. No, I don't. I know I don't still got it. Are you kidding me? I've got an AARP card. What are you talking about? What could I possibly have to talk to with? I'd rock it.
Amazon, yo.
I'd rock it.
Amazon.com.
And you know what? See, you know what's great about that is you're gonna fall asleep, and as you move, that motherfucker's gonna work its way up to your waist. It's gonna work your way up. Now you balls out because you gotta
rock your boxes.
No, you don't rock because
you gotta rock your boxes over that.
While you're jiggling around out there, you're letting the missus know, lady, I'm wild firm right now, and she has rocked the nightgown. That thing's worked its way up.
Her nightgown done shimmied up too.
Didn't go live.
And we
can't go live yet.
Why?
Because we gotta get the fucking 50 followers.
And I'll listen. We're gonna have 50 followers next weekend.
No, on YouTube, we gotta get the 50 followers.
Who the fuck knows? Listen, guys, it's 7:46. How long have we been going?
I don't know.
What
does it say right there?
I can't see that far. This what?
This y'all best episode.
Wait, if we've got sound, if we have sound, it will 100%.
We got sound. First of all, last week was so fucking good. No, we did about fucking 30 minutes on peanut butter and jelly. It was amazing.
Is it
we will revisit that.
It was phenomenal.
We will revisit that. And just as a reminder, if you eat Uncrustables, you're a fucking child.
But how much more longer y'all gonna go?
Let's give it another 13 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, 13 minutes.
Well, we might end it sooner. All I know is that listen, last week was not the best episode we ever did. The best episode we ever did never got recorded, and that was 2 hours of complete and it was utter brilliance. It was phenomenal. It was things happened, and it was great. And when this motherfucker called me with defeat in his voice,
I was
with
so
nothing recorded. There was nothing.
Heartbroken.
When he
crestfallen.
When he hit me with, we got nothing. No sound.
There's something you don't hear. That's something you don't.
Crestfallen?
Crestfallen.
Oh, listen.
Absolutely crestfallen.
We need to bring crestfallen means sad.
Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah? Well.
Bye-bye.
Oh, wait. Then I guess that's the end of today. Listen.
Well, that's the end of that.
Wait, ladies and gentlemen.
I tried to reformat the thing.
Guys.
But I don't even know.
We may not actually have an episode this week.
No, we got it on the phone.
On that note.
On the phone, we're good. We're Gucci on the phone.
Wait, I've heard that before.
No, we're Gucci on the phone. Because I didn't record it in the app.
Our technical advisor, who again, just so we're clear, our technical advisor is blowing up, doing big things technically. He's in them streets. He's getting followers. All we ask is that the tech works.
This is what my hair does now.
So you really
this is my hair now. That's what my hair does.
You're really going for the Frederick Douglass, huh?
No, this is beyond.
I mean, just pull it up. Just pull it. Just do it. Just do it. Commit to it.
I'm bro Goku. I'm Broku.
Broku.
Double meaning.
Not Broku.
Bro Goku.
Are those dentures?
Oh shit! I didn't realize. Yeah, I've always had
it's a bridge.
Oh, okay.
I have underproud mouth, certain teeth been growing.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to. If I start making some money, though, I'm gonna get the heads.
You're gonna get them Atlanta teeth.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna get them Atlanta teeth.
I'm gonna get the Tom Cruise.
Nah, them Atlanta teeth. They're gonna get the Plies fronts. The Plies fronts, the Steve Harveys.
Whoa. First off,
No, I'm not gonna get them like that. I'm just going to my cousin.
Go get
Steve Harvey.
What's your man's son's name? Standing on business.
Oh, you talk about
T.I.'s son.
King. That's his name.
Yeah. Wait, isn't it his name King?
Yeah.
I think those are just his teeth though.
He took the picture. He posted the video, the picture, and everything with his orthodontist.
Oh,
That's
But at least he went to a professional. This motherfucker's in Atlanta going to people getting their shit done in motherfucking living room.
Yo, first up,
Somebody talk about their esthetician.
That was happening up here.
Don't be like your mouth like that, yo.
Wait, because it was getting wild. Here's the crazy thing.
Pause. People will go anywhere for a discount.
What's crazy is motherfuckers were going to dudes' houses, knowing that this seemed a little sus, then getting like the wild infection or having this shit not come out the way it was supposed to, but then suing, and that's how they caught like a couple of these people. But I'm like, at what point did you walk up to this spot and go, all of this seemed on the up and up?
Like you never saw the word licensed in any of their solicitations.
It's like literally like if Mandela right now was like, oh, you need to get that shit fixed, yo, just come up in the kitchen real quick.
I like the wild shit. Like if you licensed to be like a fucking do eyebrow threading and like and you know like fucking pop pimples, and then you be like, yo, but what if I just started doing Botox, and then, or what if
I'm gonna go live.
What if hear me out, I start doing veneers.
Yo, legit. And it's like people digging in the teeth with the real pliers, and they're like, oh, he said that's how they do it. And I'm like, you ain't never been to a dentist at all in your life?
Yo,
because I
don't understand it, dog.
I've never in the history.
People will go anywhere for a discount.
And listen, I'm not going to any motherfucker's living room talking about he gonna be.
No, you can't.
Wait, hold on. Just precursory pause right off the bat. Pause. Okay, I've thrown it out there because I'm in the streets.
They didn't have a proper chair.
I've never gone into anybody's house and gone into somebody's house and talking about it's cool if you dig all in my mouth. Like I gave the precursory pause.
He did the pre-pause.
I did the pre-pause. Because the dentist got to dig in your mouth, but like I didn't feel like doing a pause for that because it's the dentist. Right. But I knew for the streets it was going to need it, so I just did a preemptive pause.
Okay,
the streets.
Had to do it.
The streets.
Because he knew where he was going was going to sound wild.
I knew if I said that Dr. Jim was all up in my mouth, you guys would be like, the fuck?
And I'd
be like, but with pliers. And you'd be like, even still, you haven't made it better. And I'm going to be like, but we're talking about dental hygienists. And they're like, oh, I hygiened her face all right. What? And we've all been there.
Like, what did we walk in on?
Yeah, someone's going to ask a question. You're like, who is that sociopath?
Hail Hydra. Right? But like,
brown Negro emoji.
People are like, yo.
So imagine Dr. Jim is all in your mouth.
Wait, I did a little flip.
Oh my god!
And the next thing you know, I'm gonna kick.
Oh, there's Zanny.
I took the few Zanny, and the next thing you know, Dr. Jim was all in my mouth. With the unlicensed, just freestyling. He just didn't.
How you get freestyle veneers in the nigga living room? How you do that? How you go to nigga crib and get veneers?
It just doesn't make. Wait, yo. It's just getting me.
Like, yo, hold on a second. I got some chicken in the oven.
Yo, I just gotta put some more quarters in the dryer. And be real. I'm gonna be right back.
Yo, what is the matter with people? That shit's insane.
But they did.
People will go anywhere for a discount. It's like when chicks was getting like the crazy BBLs with like unlicensed motherfuckers shooting cement in their ass.
The who?
Vince Staples show is like an episode where he's like getting chased through LA by some dude.
Yeah, I remember that one.
They never tell you why. Did he go in the laundromat to change his clothes?
It's somebody in the laundromat.
In the BBL.
Yeah. But that's that's how they
get BBLs and get like. And I remember the story of it was like just a person.
Yeah, I remember a bitch getting like sepsis or something because
the person had concocted their own mixture.
Yeah.
It was basically like it was like cement.
Yeah.
Other shit, and they just in like some cement and caulk.
Yeah.
And they was just injecting this shit in somebody's ass.
Yeah. But first off, imagine it.
It looked great at first.
Then it got hard.
Like a motherfucker just went to Home Depot, took some shit off the shelf, but again, you're looking at it like you feel bad for this person because first off, this person's in a lot of wappy. Like you ain't supposed to have cement under the skin.
And it was like I did my own ass.
Yeah,
look
like
my ass, your ass could look like mine. And it was like, and it was a person that was like. It was like, you know, a trans person, and they were doing these illegal operations. Yeah. But like, first of all, how did they get business? Like referrals? Like how? Because
I'm just trying to understand because like I don't understand how you got like again. Y'all can't sell me certain things from this house. It's a nice listen. The murder house is great. It's a love, guys. This shit's phenomenal. Like they got fucking dental molding in this motherfucker. It is fantastic. And in case you don't know what dental molding is, that's some top-notch shit. Trust me. I've broken into many an old house that has dental molding in it, and they sell that shit for a lot of fucking money. Dental molding.
What is that?
So crown molding? The crown molding that has the little squares on it and with the spaces in between, so then it looks like teeth on the molding. That's called dental molding.
I had no idea. I just know about crown molding.
Never mind. That's a story for another day. But
professional trespasser.
I am. Just as she who loves the man boy. But the entire point is that like it's a lovely place, but there's certain things y'all can't convince me to do. Like y'all ain't gonna convince me like to get the pec implants. Yo, we gonna have you looking just like Ultimate Warrior in '88. That's a great story.
Yo.
But not here.
We're just gonna slice some chicken cutlets right on the side. Chicken cutlets right on the side.
Yep, just one snip.
What about knuckle implants? Like rocks in the knuckle.
What the?
First of all, knuckle implants would be fucking hilarious.
You see niggas outside.
Why would I?
Just for the intimidation. Just for the intimidation. So you want to be on the subway and somebody come in the subway car acting crazy, and you just hit them with the.
You want a knuckle sandwich?
You said they just come in the train car acting crazy. You just hit them with the.
No, you just pull the.
You ain't gotta make no fist with the knuckle implants.
No, because of course you
the
don't.
knuckles is just
you want to make sure. You want to make sure.
But if you make
you get the full.
You get the fucking doomsday knuckles.
Yeah. So wait, guys. All of a sudden, I'm a mid-90s DC character who has not been fully fleshed out, but he's definitely going to kill Superman. You want that? You want these rock knuckle smoke? Huh? Yeah. Rock knuckle implants. What? For the streets.
Yo.
Chicken cutlet
forearms. Yo, let me tell you
no
something.
E. coli.
We should stop somebody's, because that shit could probably happen.
It probably, ladies.
It could probably happen.
Ladies,
I don't know if you've seen like the synthol guys, the synthol bodybuilder dudes that just inject the synthol and then they look fucking stupid.
Oh, so you're talking about swole dudes?
Yeah,
but they
like that shit. They look like
just
they look like
dude.
They look like they were drawn by a motherfucker who's trash at anatomy.
Yeah.
They look like a motherfucker who just tries to draw
all
muscle bound superheroes, but they're trash. Yeah. They look like old Senke drawings.
Old Senke?
Yeah. Senke was trash. Senke superheroes was trash. Ram used to call them lumpy.
Oh.
So he used to draw the mad lumpy characters.
And shots are fired and smoke is blown.
I ain't even gonna front. When I was young, like my superheroes, like I knew the basics. I knew the basics when I would draw, right? But in order to like raise my level my level of. I used to have to trade shit.
Can I ask you a super quick question? Do you keep any old artwork?
I had some. I don't know where it is.
So I keep very little old artwork, and I wish I did keep it just for general, just to see progression and development and things like that. Just for those reasons, even if I just kept some, and it's something I've worked on and started to do. But I used to just throw everything out because I hated everything that I did. I've never liked a single thing that I've drawn ever. Like I think there's like 3 things in my entire life where I drew it and
Went to art school.
thought, oh shit, I like this is great. Most everything else, I
Went
always
to art school.
whatever.
Worked out 5 minutes before graduation.
100% did that. Listen, never fuck with a dude who's wild petty and has daddy issues, because he will be wild petty to his father. But the story for a different day. But I ask this because from what I understand, from what people have told me, when I used to draw, like I used to draw all supers, but like the only reference I had was me. So everyone was wild, thin, and lanky, even when they were jacked. Like I used to have the hardest time drawing Colossus from the X-Men because my Colossus was wild, ripped up, but never had. I couldn't draw thick ass arms in that motherfucker to save my life.
What I wouldn't give to see a skinny Colossus drawing.
All
that shit would be an absolute treat.
I think that's why I fell in love with Neon Genesis, like Evangelion, because in that cartoon, everyone was drawn thin and lanky. Even these wild, strong robots were just thin, lanky, with giant, obtuse knuckles. I was like, oh shit, there's some place I fit in. I could be Shinji, right? Shinji was his name?
Yeah, I guess
Shinji, Rei, Ayanami, Asuka, Sengli, Soryun.
That sounds right.
Great show.
They need more
Wild emo. I have no idea what it meant or what it was about, but it was. Listen, it touched
need more of these Captain Gump.
all my sad feels.
They don't have enough of these.
Oh wow, that's the first thing that popped up. It must be listening to me.
I was trying to download this.
Cast.
Aha.
Oh, Miss Sato. Yeah, it was Shinji. Shinji Ikari. Asuka Langley Soryun. Fucking Ritsuko. I couldn't stand Ritsuko. So uptight, but you know she was a banger in the sack. Oh, listen, guys, we drifted off because we're old men. Guys, thank you so much for coming out. Please, I hope you enjoy it. I hope this gets chopped up into little bits and we do amazing things. I just hope we have sound, honestly. But if we don't, it's always been a pleasure. Thanks to our technical advisor, Black Zeus. Guys, go check out his content. If you're in Harlem, go please check out our friend Pumpkin J. Escobar, leisure athlete, leisure
icon
extraordinaire. Go to Alki, check those out. Don't look for me anywhere because I'm not anywhere. I just hang out in the ether. Hail Hydra. Guys, do me a favor. Play fair. Stay terrific. Good night, everybody.
That sounds good.